Lipids. Lipids are organic substance, relatively insoluble in water, soluble in organic solvent. The word lipid is derived from the Greek word lipos, which means fat. Lipids play an important role in living organisms, such as long-term energy reservoir, thermal insulation in subcutaneous tissue, protection, lubrication, act as a precursor in some hormones, main component in cell membrane, solvent for some vitamins. All lipids are insoluble in water. For example, try to mix oil in water for several minutes or hours. The oil still separates from water. This is because lipids are hydrophobic. From Latin, hydro means water, phobic means fear of. There are 4 types of lipids. Simple lipids, mainly of 2 types: fats and oil and waxes. Compound lipids such as phospholipids, glycolipids, lipoprotein, and other compounds such as sulfolipids and aminolipids. Derivative lipids, they are derivative of hydrolysis of simple or complex lipids. Miscellaneous lipids, this include lipids which cannot be grouped under the above heading. They include aliphatic hydrocarbon, terpene, carotenoids, vitamin A and K. A closer look for some main examples of lipids. First, triglycerides. Triglycerides include fats and oils. Fats such as tallow, they are solid at room temperature, used by animals. Oils such as olive and corn oils are liquid at room temperature, used by plants. At molecular level, triglycerides contain 2 types of molecule, glycerol and fatty acids. To become a triglyceride, 3 separate fatty acids have to bond with glycerol molecule through dehydration synthesis process. Back to fatty acids. Fatty acid composed of 3 parts: hydrocarbon chain, methyl group at one end, and an acid group at the other end. Fatty acids could be saturated or unsaturated, depending on the bond between carbon in the hydrocarbon chain. For clarification, single bond gives saturated fatty acids and double bonds give unsaturated fatty acids. Animals have saturated one, and vegetable oils have 1 or more double bonds, so it's unsaturated. Second, phospholipids. Phospholipids are similar to triglyceride in containing glycerol and 2 fatty acids, but the difference is that phosphate group instead of the 3rd fatty acid. Phospholipids have a unique properties in regard to water. The phosphate is hydrophilic. The fatty acid tails are hydrophobic. Because these properties, phospholipids tend to arrange themselves so that the head interacts with water while the tail go inward away from water. So it's useful for plasma membrane of the cell. Third, steroids. Steroids are composed of 4 fused rings of carbon to which different groups are attached. One well-known steroid is cholesterol, which is a precursor for synthesis of other steroids such as testosterone, estrogen, vitamin K, and cortisone. It's also present in plasma membrane to give stabilization. Fourth, waxes. Waxes are non-polar and repel water. They found on leaves. Beeswax, also produced in the air to protect eardrum.